Okay, hey there guys, so for today's war we're up against NEWN here, and up against the BG of a ton of people I know, so this is always a really fun war against NEWN, just knowing a lot of the people there. It's always fun when you get to know people in the other alliances. So we're starting off with Sweeta's Ascended Scarlet Witch Sigil. So I was told one thing about the fight, and I did a pretty good job sticking to it, is I'm going to push her to SP2s, although in actuality, it's probably okay if I push her to SP1s. The reason you want to push her to the SP2s is I believe it's the instability passives she gains on SP1, and then when she gets a certain amount, she applies a very big degen. But I am a global in this, so I should be okay. And just going for kind of a dex there. I have the Fury on me, so I do need to make sure that I watch out for her unstoppable, but I do end up with the slow at this point because I went for the heavy. I did the heavy at the start to try to make sure I got a lot of my charges up quickly. I'm not the best at playing Quicksilver if I'm being like 100% honest. But right here, she gets that unblockable. So I'm like, well, this is a great point to get to terminal velocity at. So I think what I need to do is I need to just do a bit more of a normal combo and let it expire, because I don't actually even get the doubling from the terminal velocity there, which the double is where that damage gets even crazier, but it was still a 100k burst. So it finishes him off there. So now I have a Vox here, which this is my first time actually fighting a Vox outside of the Alliance, or not Alliance quest, the event quest. So I was a bit, not like worried about this fight, but maybe like apprehensive, just like fighting a new champion. I don't know his animations that well or anything. I made sure I read up on his abilities, and I thought I knew his one ability, so I only glanced over it, but I actually mistook what it said. So on any medium, he'll gain one of his corrupted armor ups. For some reason I thought it was a medium ender, not any medium. So this node, when they get armors, it's going to special lock you. It does some other stuff. I think it gives, this is the shock as well. But the main thing, or no, not shock. It's mainly the special lock is what this node does. So because I go with the medium, he gets the armor up, and I get the special lock. But I know what to do for that for Hulkling is, so it doesn't count if it's through the block. So I'm going to do is I wait out until the special lock is gone. I'm going to go in and I wait. I have one charge left before my unblockable finishes. And so I'm just going to repeat. I'm going to bait out the special, and I wait for the special lock to drop off. I'm going to wait for him to block, go in with the unblockable, take up a lot of hits there. It would have been nice if I had some aptitudes going because it would make the Furies better. I accidentally get clipped here. I should have honestly just probably gone in for the kill, but I was being very, not like necessarily safe because I get hit there and it slows down my fight, but I was being very, I guess, like cautious by just going for these SP2s. I have the 200% power boost on for a reason there, and that was it, is to really use those SP2 boosts. So here I have this same Nimrod I've taken, so it was this war. That's what I said last war, is I have this fight again. It's not a fight I like have any issues taking. I feel like I've been doing something wrong with my masteries or just my play on it, because I haven't been killing in the single SP2. But to be fair, I probably should just rank up this Nebula if I get assigned this fight like one more time. Ranking up the Nebula, leveling up my relic, some stuff like that will definitely speed this fight up, because I'm not finishing it in a single SP2. That's not necessarily making the fight more risky, because I'm using an invul here because it's a rank 3 champion. I'm not going to fight without an invul pretty much. But it does make it a little bit slower, a little bit more block damage heavy. So now, because I see how close his timer is, I know I have to wait out this timer before I do it. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to wait for the other one so I don't have the cowardice. But I decided just to go for it, and I get my 40 shocks, and they do 24k a tick. So it takes him down from pretty much 100 to 15%. So here, I'm just going to get back up my charges so he doesn't gain another armor up buff here. That's why I'm going to block through that, just make sure I have all my charges up. Go in with the striker. Again, just trying to finish up the fight. I'm just going to go for another parry here pretty quick. I should just go for a parry. I should probably just parry there if I'm being honest, because, yeah, that's what I decided. I'm just like, actually, I'm just going to parry this, and yeah, it finishes him off. So that's all I really had to do there. And then this is not the fight I was worried about, but this is maybe the fight that has a fair bit that could go wrong. The other ones I felt pretty confident in, but this one could definitely go wrong. Idoom is always, he's not always, he's a little bit weird. But there's two important things, I guess. A couple important things. So his Aura of Iron, it pauses during my specials, is what I was told. So I cannot throw it while he has that, or else he'll resist the final hit. I'll get punished. It might not be too bad, it's only an eye doom, but I don't want to deal with that. Secondly is the glancing. Glancing is always going to make a fight a little bit more challenging. But the main thing for this glancing is I want my unblockable buff, because, you're right, you just want it. But I was told to make sure I get my unblockable before I throw the SP2 because of that. If you notice, a couple of the hits of the SP2 glanced into the block, so I didn't gain the pierces, because the pierces can be affected by ability accuracy. You only stop glancing against future Ant-Man, not against every champion, so I was actually really dumb there, and right here I'm like, okay, full combo, I'm like, so I was on the final hit there, so I was a little bit unsure if I was going to trigger it, so I didn't. This one I'm just going in, I'm just hitting and hitting until I get it, and he gets his regen, he gets a special lock, but that SP2 is what finishes him off, so the fight goes fine, and we lost this war as well, kind of like the last war, but even more so this time. Am I really not disappointed? Does it suck that we lost? Yes. But I can't be too mad at us just giving up one death. One death, 8,000 time. That is so fast. 8k flat. Like, that is a very, very fast time with only one death. I can't be too mad or anything about that. It sucks, but super proud of us. But on the other end of that stick is New Nation played absolutely phenomenally. A little bit slower than us, but it doesn't matter if you don't die. If we 0-0, sure, we win, but we don't 0-0. That's the risk you take at a high-tier war. They played a little bit safer, I guess. They didn't make one mistake, and sometimes that's what it takes. And so they played absolutely phenomenally as a group. Massive shout-out to just everyone there. Very good alliance, and popping off this season, I guess. So thank you guys so much for coming and watching this video. Hopefully we get back and we can end this week 3-2, 4-2, and not end up 2-4. So hopefully we're able to collect a couple more wins here before the end of the second week here, and I hope your guys' wars are going well. So I'll see you guys soon then. Bye!